someone who is to his community and to the world the first African American executive in the Long Beach chapter, the Long Beach facility of Boeing, which was formerly he worked for McDonnell Douglas. He is a father. He is a husband for over 36 years. He is my father. Let's give it up for Donald Ray Pitcher.
Thank you.
I wanted to share with people some of the wisdom, some of the presence of a family man, of an African American family man that does exist. Because we talk about the myth, the legend. You're not from California initially, correct?
No, I'm not. Born in New Orleans, raised at an early age in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Watts boy, by way of the backwoods of Louisiana, called forward, where black tools not easy-handed. This is the origins of D. Ray, Donald Ray Pitcher, the forging that lead way to the honors they mention. This is the culture and flavor of ancestral celebration. Through connections and revelations, when a soul landed on this planet in New Orleans, that's roots hoarding spiritual essence, rewarding intentional expression, stamped and fueled in blessings through a family tested, left with jewels from lessons ingested.
His property became very, very expensive, but he didn't sell his property. He chopped his property up. He gave about an acre to each one of his children. He had 8 children, 7 daughters and 1 son. My father was the only son, the youngest of all. So my grandfather, man he saved all of his money, his earnings, and he kept enough to take care of the family, but he saved. Whereas the rest of the workers, when they got paid, they'd run to the city and spend their money and party. And they laughed at my grandfather. My grandfather started saving his money and buying land.
This grandpapa grandson, this is the feet planted of family legacy, a handed key in a canopy, a sharecropper turned reverend. He let him see extensions of ends when acres turned gas stations and houses built for his kids. That was Don's first shower of black power, back when cowards still lynching for pigment. This is the ignition of intention of ascension that let us be a part of that legacy. When he bought the spot next to his pops, not afraid of the field work, chip off the old block of a builder.
My father married very young, married my mother. He married my mother. My mother was 15. He was 17 when they got married. She got pregnant. He was 16. And he became a self-made man. He carpenter and a bricklayer. And he learned from established carpenters and bricklayers and until he got his license.
This Willie and Olivia Pitcher's son. This is 2 youth that embarked on a journey that left marks on burning hearts that are torch sparks, that's marched the path of a patriarch. This is the incentive of persistence, not being dependent, but coming from something and make something more. Son of a carpenter, saw shift by shift the patience of building brick by brick, adding engravements to the picture name and pavements. This is warrior spirit, nurtured by the strength of a woman of God. Like magic, she handed thee keys of capacity to be the glue of unity and family and community, commanding thee respect she deserved, showing up even when unexpected or earned. The meaning of a life sentence being the centerpiece of what's centered peace. This is power and union of man, woman, and child, moving hand in hand for miles, ups and downs. Through fews could choose to lose the route, but instead renewed the vows.
I'm a mother and father, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. Lived next door to my grandfather and his family.
This Reggie and Karen little brother. This, that, oh, you want to hit him? No, you gotta get through them. This is the fighter spirit mixed in with the laughs and pranks that gave him thick skin. This is the lane clearers, the main pillars that had the most lashes and bloody knuckles, taking the most chances and muddy fumbles. That's wisdom from bumped heads. Knowing he up next, he looks, learning from the test they took. These were his muses for his heart of revolution and how God could use him as a voice to get rooms moving. This Kenny and Dee Dee, big brother. This, that, go tit for tat, then they fight the next day. This, that, don't listen to that and think he gonna cross the line on their name. Cause this my sister, that's my brother, and any time that's gonna change. This, that, see him? And they arguing, it's bad, don't wanna be him. But by the PM, it's who playing, argue and laugh about who beat him. This was the love language of arguing, he say, she say, to barbecues and beach days from beginning to end. Gathering their kids to be like siblings and friends. This, that, I'm the favorite. No, I'm the favorite lately. That I love my daddy, but we some mommy babies. So this, that, tit for tat, they confide in each other. Cause they went through this and that and could rely on each other.
I don't want to cut you off. We don't have so much time, and I really want to get into what made you, what set you up to be your family. So, at what point did you meet Mom?
At work, I was a manager, and and I had been married and divorced. I wasn't going to get married again. I wasn't. It had to be. I was totally against it. And I met your mom. I saw the attributes of a woman that I admired and said. I didn't realize at the time, but I had it focused in my mind that this was the woman, what a woman should be about. That was the best thing that could happen to me because it was exactly what I was looking for. And we blended in so perfectly.
This pimp picture husband, or let her tell it it's her fine hunk of man. This, that, she thinks she falling, but don't want to be felt too needy. He like the challenge cause other ones melt too easy. This, that, racquetball and bicycle rides trying to get to Pammy. But gotta get past Grammy, so he joined her church to coin her worth. This, that, alignment of sentiments and goals, principles and growth. This, that, give me your best. Don't get my class or my love for God twisted. Go ahead and test, and they'll find the boss missing. Don't call out the old me. This our chance, and I can see the worth. Cause this Eastside Long Beach, and these hands, and this trigger finger work. He like somebody I can chill with, build with. I like the challenge and the things she make me do. Somebody I can run a mile with. And she crazy too. I think my work wife just became my real wife. My colleague turned best friend turned life partner. My kindred spirit, I wanna blend with children.
She was spiritual. She understood what it took. You see, having a spiritual woman, she knows the roles of a woman and the roles of a man. She knows the importance of raising children.
This is Jasmine Pitcher's father. A daddy's girl. This is Tell Me Another Story, yay! Then drives and rides through glory days of Markham, Bourbon Day, and Jordan waves. It's the wisdom from his siblings and the blessing and curse of being first. Nobody clearing a lane or two or fearing your name or you. You might fight more for others than yourself. That's not your mission but position. This is movie nights or Root, Shaka Zulu, Braveheart, The Patriot, Gladiator, Godfather, and Troy on repeat. The Reese is the principle to fight for family and integrity, a creed embedded in me. The only fight she lost in life when she didn't. This is stay away from them poobas. This is appreciation of authenticity. Appreciation for activation of African roots and spiritual power. This is my love for making a man smile with my cooking. This is igniting the light and wisdom and storytelling more embellished when she started rebelling. This is he might not have walked her down an aisle to give her away to a husband, but he got to walk her down aisles and rooms they respected and loved her. I love you, Daddy. This is Marcus' grandfather. This that never missed a day or moment. Games, awards, and celebrations through elevations. It took a man to raise a man who found peace in being crowned king. Around being the wisdom that made him stand taller and not miss having a dad. He had a grandfather. To a young man that swam harder in scanned waters, have his back and hold him up. Pat his back when he got a hole in one.
Ah, you made it. Good shot, Marcus.
This is Donald Ray Pitcher the second father. Donald Ray Pitcher the third grandfather. Namesake.
And if I don't get a say in this picture this second, then I am not Donald Ray Pitcher this second. Check the record. Attractive matching flat tops was me and my pops. My dad, my teacher, my mans, my preacher, my fan, my coach, my guide, my essence in all I approach. My goat, the legend be. Now reflecting on me so heavenly. Spiritual warfare has evolved, cause God needed a shot caller and pops. You got the call, you tossed me the ball and taught me the brawl to walk with a cause and told me if I don't win the fall, get off of the bull and stand taller. I told you about Grandpapa, right? Because if he would've surrendered, then we wouldn't have a life. A quote that's everlasting, never passing me a day. Exceed the generations of expectations for black men who barely seek for visitations. I'm only imitating, reciprocating what's in me. Salvation now stationed in our faces, sound gracious every time when I speak. Less is more, you bless the auras, rest assured. NAACP reppin' more at establishments. If it's no resemblance on the floor, he pressed the store. When I was feeling like a guest of conscience with the stress that's constant to address the process, but all I keep hearing is, Donnie, don't sweat the small stuff.
This is Jocelyn Pitcher's father. Told you before, there had to be Don's daughter. Climbing quick in management, got it honestly, handling different properties. Bred to not need or want for nothing and still self-made. Passion and felt claims in sports teams and African thought. Chip off the old block and that's word to pops. Now was his baby checking if he eat right. His psych major friend adding perspective on how he see life. How he gon' select here living past her time. He had to go protect her in the afterlife. But not before holding it down for the boss, baby. That's not a baby no more. This Jackson's papa. This is sometimes son, sometimes grandchild and best friend. Attached at the hip, partner in crime, sneaking snacks. He made sure he felt whole before he parted. The definition of it takes a village to raise a child.
Having those values, having those understandings, climbing your way to the top in your field, becoming the first black executive. What does it mean to be an executive for that? Just very
Well,
brief. What's the difference between when you were a director and you became
when you
an
become,
executive?
when you become an executive, you have shares with the company. There's only so many executives in the company. You have an area of responsibility that is huge.
When you retired, how many people worked under you and that you were responsible for?
By the time I retired, I had the responsibility for probably about 15 to 1,700 people, 1,700 people in various, probably more than that.
What does that look like for a man that goes to work every day, has all of those pressures, but still was able to come home, lead a family, still operate in the community because you were coaching teams and doing all of this? I didn't even, as your child, I didn't even know you did all of that at work because you never brought it home. No stress, none of that. You brought home joy. We were so happy to see you.
I was happy for what I achieved at work. And the people let me know how happy they were to come to work. Working in a team-based environment, the culture. I talked to people and they said, I worked here 30 years. And this is the most happy, most pleasant time I've ever experienced. My father was a spiritual man, and he was a family man. And he was a hard worker. And he stressed work ethics. What I appreciate about him, even though he is a family man, a hard worker, expressing work ethics, he celebrated life.
Work hard, play hard.
Work hard, play hard.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
We never miss celebrating birthdays, Father's Days, Mother's Days, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. We celebrate everything. And we celebrate as a family, as you know. If I'm talking to the mind, be a man at all times.
What is that?
Lead your family. Be the leader. Generate respect. You got to respect, but you also you got to give respect, but you got to demand respect. A life cycle where you understand the needs of your family and you respect those needs.
Mm.
You don't force nothing too powerful.